Sorry, forgot to switch on the audio. I knew that. Good job I just checked it. Let's just check it again in a minute when it catches up. So I'll have to start all that again. Never mind. Hello, testing. Have we got audio now? Sure, we've got some audio now. Sorry, forgot to... Yeah, we got audio now. Well, anyway, so what I was saying, welcome. Good morning. It's early in the morning, and, well, it would be when you get up first thing. It is always early in the morning. That's basically what I said. Anyway, so I've totally wrecked this. Anyway, so I want this to start up a little bit higher up here because every time I find myself dragging it up there, we've got a few anomalies that we found. So we need to clear them up before we can carry on. Okay, that was it really. So I'm just going to go ahead and down in the Windows loaded bit. Initialize. I'm going to set the this dot top equals this dot top minus, I don't know, 100, 200, 150. That should do it. Let's see. Let's just see. So it should start up. Unless, yeah, initialize, and then, yeah, I should be able to see it go up in the air. Oh, no, it hasn't gone. So we've got to cut that out of there and take it down to the Windows loaded part. Windows closing. Where's the Windows loaded? Here it is. Let's see if that will do the trick. Yeah. I tend to drag it there, so let's go left a bit as well. Let's copy the idea. I want it center screen, but slightly up and left. Save me dragging it while I'm working on it. I need to drag it out the way of my window, my editing window. Let's just go minus 100. Let's see what it's like. So it's just some annoyances. Probably need to take that out. Well, what we'll do is we'll get it to automatically. It needs to go higher, a little bit higher, like that. So a little bit higher. So minus, I don't know, 80, 90. That'll do. Hello, the cat's come to see us. Probably a bit more or less, more over. So yeah, this is all trivial stuff. But anyway, we'll do it. Just need it to. That's it. To turn up there, so that's good. Okay, and then I'd also notice, even though the span label here, I aligned it right, and I've noticed it still comes up left. It's supposed to be right aligned. It's okay there, but when you're on 1 or 2, it's coming this way. So let's sort that out now. That's another annoyance. So let's just get this editor up and running. You can see why I wanted to bring that up here, so it goes over top of the same area while I'm working. It allows me to see stuff. So right, so the bit that updates the label, we just need the actual label itself. Let's come down here and find it. Excuse me. So we're just trying to find it. What did I call it? Frequency something. No, function menu. span, there it is, span frequency text block. So, oh, so I must have status bar text block style. Okay, maybe it's in there. Horizontal, I haven't done content alignment. Text alignment right, so that should be right. So it's very strange. That's a strange one. So why would it not be right justified? Unless the label width is too small and it's shrinking it or moving it over. So that exists there. So if I change to 1 kilohertz, see, it's adjusting it the other way. So let's just change the background colour a minute. Pink. Right, so if we go, we can see what's happening. It's shrinking. Yeah, it's actually shrinking and not. We need to have a fixed width on it. So whatever the width is. So we want a static width. So we're reusing that for other stuff. So we'll have to manually put a width in to override the style. So 100, that's too much. 70, too much. 60, 60, okay. Just about, yeah, I think so. Okay, so we can get rid of the pink background now, just so we can see what's going. Well, leave it for a minute. Let's change this to, there we go. That's what we're after. That's the desired effect. Yeah. So we can get rid of, so the default for this will be 50 kilohertz. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so we fix that. Yeah, fix that. Right, so what else? Yeah, we need to carry on with the span. So when we're selecting the span, we need to, let's just run it up. We'll run it up and see where we got to. So I'm going to do the, I'm not going to do the intro music. I'm going to just do it on an outro. I'll give fair warning at the end, right? Well, I'll say bye for now and then click on the outro, and then it's up to whoever the video's over, so you could just leave it at that point or listen. It's up to you. Anyway, so at the start we won't have it. Maybe if I can find a nice something, 2 second, boom, 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 and then you're in. I don't know, maybe. Right, so we've got the span up here. At the minute, this should reflect the span, and it's not. I'm going to switch my other radio on, FT-710, to find out what the range is. We're going to have a set of ranges. So if I go on to 50, which we're on, it's minus 20, or is it 25? Why can't I see that right? And it's so small on the FT-710. Hold on a minute. Just hold it. I still can't see it. Oh my god. Minus 10, minus 20. So minus 20 to plus 20 is not 50. It's 40. But there is 5. Looks like there's 5 either side of the scope. So we've got to allow for that. So what it is, so the label here, when it says 20, that needs to move up a bit. So does that one. Plus, and then so the extra bit behind it is the 5. Yeah. Right. You do look closer. Anyway, so what we want to do is to change it. We need to tell it. So we'll just divide it by minus. Yeah, we'll have to go through it. So At the minute we want the span to come up. It's showing you the default. Oh, we've got to change the foreground colour to white so you can see it. That's what the other FT710 does. But when we select, we want to deselect all the others. Now it closes it straight away, but it hasn't deselected. So if you open it again, you've got two colour change. So it needs to clear the colour. So let's sort that out next. Right. So we know we want to change the foreground colour, and it's got to find that somewhere down. Got to keep going down to find the hidden thing. I think it's after the what's that one? I was creating something there, obviously. Transparent with a margin of 2. That's a weird one to put in. Okay, not sure what that is all about there. Oh, that's the blank. Sorry, that's the blank entry in the we've not used. Right, here's the radio setting board. Alright, leave that. Yeah, keep leaving that. And oh, it's in the tab control. This is. Now, is it in this tab control? Let's have a look. No, it shouldn't be. Let's just see. Let's move to a different tab. Yeah, so it isn't. So it'll be at the top. Right, here we go. Read canvas. Clear window, rectangle. Right, so it's going to be down here somewhere. Past the initial button and stuff. Right, tab control description. Fast, normal, grid, main frequency. Right, we're getting closer. Where's it? Zeroing in. Bar graph, frequency span. So somewhere here, I can't find it now. Function menu, tab. So it isn't actually here. So, it begs the question, where is it then? Default meter. That's the frequency span, so it should be here. No, it's not here. Right, let's look a bit down the bottom for it. Forgot where I put it. That's why I try and put them in the same order. So really, that should be up here next to the level. So we need to find it, track it down. So if it's not in the board, maybe I did put it in here by accident. Because it is something to do with the span. Maybe I did put it in here. Pop-up window border. So here it is. Here's your pop-up window. So it's in the same tab. Yeah. But that's not that bit. Right, so this is the bit I was after. The pop-up window. Right. Okay, so just make sure we got audio. Pop-up window. Yeah. So right, so what am I trying to do? Yeah, we need to, that's it, I need to set the text. We need to get to the text. So we've got a 1K border and we need the 1K text. So we need to set the foreground colour. So if I link the text foreground to the parent foreground, Right, so if we set the visibility on this temporarily visible, right, so then we need every one is foreground. So if I bound the text block, we've got a stack panel though as well, so we'll have to find the border. Tell you what, we might as well just carry on this idea. Might as well just carry on. Maybe we can make this reusable. So X name, instead of it being a 1K border, it's the text block. There we go. Just need to get to it directly. Right, so it just means we've got to go and put these in there manually. I used to do this from Code Behind, and then I got told, why are you doing it from Code Behind? That's what XAML's about. But the Code Behind would, if you do it this way, you get you can see where, you know, a more immediate response to, you get it. With Code Behind you can't, you have to keep running the program to see where, you know, see the effect. Right. Oh yeah, there's an anomaly when we select one of them's got the wrong value as well. I'll find that in a minute. Right, that's the last of them. Right, so we can get to all of those text blocks now. Great. So that's great. So now let's get over to the come down here to the bits that do this changing. So left mouse button click, button selection. So we come over to here. So we're making the border dodger blue, and if we do that we also need to make the writing white. So it's not a 1K border, it's a 1K text block, and that needs to be white. So let's copy that over here. Remember to go back and change the value or the control. Okay, and there's a solid one for the default. So get back to here. So 1K, 2K, 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K, 200K, and 1000K. There we go, that's the colours taken care of. So we need to make them all default before we select them. Oh, we've got one here. 50K the default. So there's something wrong with one of the values. So we've got 5, 9, 7. So there's the value problem. So we need to go over to the definition, which is up the top. So I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that looks good. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't quite get what was going on earlier. Anyway, we'll go back down here. So what we're going to do now is quickly set all these It's clear. So we're going to have to copy all these out of here. Just 0 to there. Copy them, and if we had them as an ID number, we could do a for each loop or something, but we haven't. So what we want to do is clear the buttons, not by doing that, no, by doing this. We need to get rid of that, 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 and that. Okay, so what's happened there? Oh yeah, we need to move them back a little bit to there. Yeah, so we need to reverse it now. So so the default one would be black writing on a grey background. So we need to go black, grey. Not sure if that was the grey. Well, that needs to be black. So let's just make sure we got the right grey. So we need to go to the style, the border, colour. Oh, light grey. There it is, light grey. So we want light grey. Let's just go down all these. So we basically unselected them from the colours before we select the colour. We want the black. So we've gone 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200. That should sort that out. So okay, let's just run it up, see if it works. There is an anomaly on the size, I thought. We'll see. So we go span. Ooh. So set the background instead of setting the foreground. So that's not what we're after. Yeah, this should be the foreground. Background on the one and foreground on the label. Right, okay. Oh, gonna have a sip of my tea. Alright, sip of the tea. So put the span up. Oh, what's happened there? We're on Dodger Blue. Why are we on Dodger Blue? That's weird. Strange, isn't it? Something's gone wrong. Right, what have we done wrong here? I haven't selected anything. Foreground. So the text block foreground, yeah, text block, text block, text block. So it'll be down here probably. So the 50k is the default. Ah, here we go. We're still on background here. So we need to change that to foreground. Okay, so we're all Right, let's give that a go. So span, that's better. That's the default value, so it's showing you. Now we've got to select another one. So let's select that one. So it's disappeared straight away, so we bring it back up. It's cleared it. Now, do we want to select it first and then hide it? Probably. But then we need to delay, so well, it doesn't matter, but if you go there, it disappears. It does change it, and it brings it back, so but it would be nice to be able to select it before it disappears off. So that's picking up the wrong one, look. So it must be the tag value. So we've got tag 0, tag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So according to that, everything is good. But it's not showing the right value. So we've got 1000k, 500k, 200k. Yeah, so all them are showing up good. But the value is not turning out right, so there's the bit that selects it. It's sending the byte, converting the value to the switch value, and it's going over to this bit. Button clicked. Switching the button clicked. Right, so we're going break. So we're on the span bit. So we're making it visible. Actually, we could do with a task delay here. Yeah, I wonder if we could have a task delay before we close the window. We can move that down. So we've got 1k, break, 2k, 5k, break, 10k, 20k, 50k, 100k, 200k. So something's not quite right. Our default is 50k. 9. Ah, there's the problem. There's no 8, look. We're going 100k, 6, 7, 9. So there must be 1 between. Yeah, so we're going from 200k to 500k. 1000k with missing an entry here, so let's add it in. Okay, so because it didn't find it, it's going over to default. So we need the 500k. We missed it out. Easy to do, just like that. Right. Okay. Let's go again. That makes sense. Couldn't select it, so it went on to the default. That's why you have a default, in case something happened like that. Right, so we go there. That's not changing it. Didn't change it, so why not? That changed. That changed. That changed. That changed. That changed. That changed. 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 That didn't change, so something not quite right there. So that's 8, 9. Right, that's a strange one, isn't it? Let's go back over here. So it's the 500k border that's not quite changing, so we've got a tag of 8. Well, blow me down. That's a weird one. Right, that's a strange one. So, we're going down here. Switching from this value, passing the code, going up to here. So we've got, oh, I know what it is. We haven't got an entry for 500k here, so let's put that in. We're missing it. Okay, let's just see if that's sorted out. What's that doing up there? What's that rogue character up there? See it? What is that? What is that? That's a very strange lot going on with this program. Funny character appearing from nowhere. And without, let's just build it. Okay, there's no problem. So, don't know where that character came from. And why the editor didn't pull it up. So we're on 50k, we go span, there's 50. Still not changing it. So it's not actually changing it when I'm selecting it. Everything else is. Oh, that is the most strangest thing I've ever seen. So get down to the 50k, it's changing the 200k, 50k, 1000k. So it's defaulting to this, that is weird. So you've got your 1000 at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So it's staying at 50k. Right, there's some strange anomaly going on here. Very strange. So this 500k, which is this one, is here. It is 8, number 8 tag. It says 500k. But for some reason it won't let me select it. So go to here. So it's trying to pass the code. Right, so let's just see what the debug output tells us the code is. So we'll go here, we'll click on 1000, and it's saying it's number 9. There. Oh, it's gone. Right, stick on the span, click on the next one. It's saying it's 8. And again, 8, but when you open it, it's back on default, it's not setting it. Isn't that the most strangest thing? So, we're swapping it here. Maybe we're not making the current one. No, we're not. Oh, we are. Ah, we're missing something. We're missing the bit that keeps it. So, yeah, we're switching. Oh, the current frequency span. Yeah, so we're not actually changing that. So when we're in the button, yeah, we're not actually changing the current frequency. So what we need to do is coerce that value into that value. Well, I'll just make it into it. Yeah, so we're actually doing it there. We're overriding it if it's a default, but we're not doing it for anything else. So we need to stick it in here, basically. So that'll be 1K, and this will be 2K, 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K, and 100K, 200K, 500K, and 1000K. That ought to do it. Right, okay. So now it should change. Okay. Excuse me. So we select that, and it's still not changed. Isn't that the strangest? Everything else works, but that should stay in the wrong value. Ain't that the strangest? That's the strangest thing I've ever seen. So we've definitely got 500K, 500K. So the problem is when we select it. That's the problem. Yeah, this is the problem here. We're missing the 500K switch. That's what we're doing. So it's defaulting. Okay, so that's easier to fix. We're missing an entry all over the place. Same entry. Easy fix though. There we go. That'll do it. That'll about do it. Aye, that'll about do it. What was the second bucket for? That was for the smell. Right, so yes. So it's operational, but it needs to persist and change the colour before it hides it. So let's sort that bit out next. So we're going to the span. Once we excuse me, I need a groggy throat. So we'll hide it. We'll make it disappear. So this is how you select it. If it's span, makes it visible. If it's not visible, make it visible. So we need to do that after. Do that after this bit. But we need to delay it. So that won't really be any delay. So you need to initiate an animation. So what we'll do, I'll copy that bit out. Let's get hold of, who should we use today? ChatGPT. Go on then. Now let's use a Gemini for a change. Right, so C# Windows Presentation Foundation. I need an anim to hold, then fade out a visibility. Won't be able to do that. You'll have to set the opacity. Fade out the opacity, and then set visibility to hidden on this section. Create me an anim. This is what AI is good for. Right, here we go. So it's gone crazy. Right, so it's done an if statement. Yeah, storyboard. How it breaks down. Right, so let's copy that. Okay, copy that. Oh, we ought to see what it says about it, really. Begin double using keyframe. Standard animation. Glide from A to B. Smoothing. Keyframe and lets us map out a timeline by setting the first keyframe. Visibility is an enum, not a number. Yeah, got it. Fade. Use a key object to toggle a hidden from time span. Yeah, okay. So we're going to replace that bit. Not quite yet though. Let's put this code in here. It's gonna not like it because of this stuff. Let's temporarily take this out of here. Keep it in case it doesn't work. And we need to move this up to the top of this window. We've already got animation there, so we don't need it. Let's just pop it in, see if we've got windows, we've got system, we've got animation. We don't need that at all. We're already doing some animation for some reason. Right, let's see if there's any errors in anything. No. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Is it going to animate in and out or just out? So we go span. It shows it. We choose something like, and it just disappeared. Okay, so something not quite right there. So from seconds, it's not seem to be working. So if the visibility is not going to be visible, instant show, make it visible and reset opacity to full. Okay. Fair play. Then it does a storyboard. Create the hold, fade and hide animation sequence. Keyframe allowed to stay at 100% until X seconds. Fade to 0 Y seconds. Hold at 1 capacity for 1 second. Right, it didn't hold it. So maybe I'm setting the visibility somewhere else first. It could be. I could be setting it in this bit here. Am I in the wrong section? Ah, So hang on. Button selection. So that's the button clicked. Hang on, I'm losing myself in it. And then we're changing the span frequency. Okay, so that's just the text bit. Oh, there we go. We're hiding it there. Change the span frequency, so we're hiding it. So we don't want to hide it, it's being done automatically now. So let's see. So we've temporarily set it wrong anyway. Oh, it did fade out then, but it didn't give me a chance to select it, so I'll go like that. Oh, it's not bringing it back again. So let's just get the logic right. So we're going on here, we're, tell you what, let's hide it, otherwise I need to hide the panel as I've made it visible temporarily. So hidden. Okay, so we got it hidden. So let's run it again. Right, so we got it there. So we click span, it shows. We select something else. So it's selecting it, but it's not hiding the animation anymore. So it's supposed to fade away. So what we need to do is move that into a different area. So the hidden bit needs to go there. So it makes it visible. And then when it's visible, so we could move this bit, we just need to make it visible, set the opus if it's not visible. Yeah, and then we need to storyboard the, cut that out of there. Right, so it makes it visible if it wasn't visible. Yeah, that's fine. Then we need to move that to this bit here. Do a storyboard on it. Like that. So, take the else out. Right, so we can get rid of that as well. And that bit there. I'm going to shove the whole thing over a little bit to line it up with that. So we've got our animation sequence. Right, okay, so that should animate out. What's it changing? Doing a timeline, fade animation. Target property is opacity. Fade the animation. Visibility switch. Make it hidden. Okay, let's see if it'll work. All this little stuff for the UI, you know, just to make it appear real. So it's actually not generating the timing as it should. Okay, so where are we going wrong? Let's have a look. Alright, so we're switching. If it's visible, make it visible. Okay, so this is just making it visible. If visibility is not equal to visible. Okay. Make it visible. Yeah, that ought to do it. So we don't need this bit anymore. But it's not making it visible because why no? So that's the button that clears it, and if it just doesn't happen to be visible, it makes it visible. Yeah, that should work. So it worked okay until then we go set the span frequency. Where's that being set in? We're not actually setting that span frequency, so we're oh, unless it's doing it first. Oh, so we're changing the span frequency. Now if the button's selected, it's just doing the highlighting. Okay, so then we need to change the span frequency. Right, that's just changing the value. So that's not the bit we want. So we need to move that out of there. So we come back over here. If it's not equal to visible, we need it to be visible. Make it visible. So if it is visible, right, yeah, it's not good. So we need to, what do we need to do? So we select it, we're not actually moving it away from it, are we? We're making it visible, and it's when I click it, once I've selected, change the span frequency. I don't get it. So we've got to change the span, so we're on the wrong one. So we change this button selection, then if we click on it, it makes it visible. Yeah, that's one part. Then once we change the span frequency, that's where we need to do it, in this bit here. So at the end of this, we need to animate it out of there. So maybe, right, but there's no delay. The delay's doesn't seem to be working. Right, so let's hold it for longer. Let's hold it for 3 seconds. Hang on, okay, value. Let's hold it from just 3 seconds. Let's see what happens. So we need it to appear, but it I thought that would happen. Right, so let's go up here. So we originally had it at the top, didn't we? If it's not equal to visible, make it visible. Where it's hidden, let's do an else. Let's put an else here. I don't know why. Something we're not seeing here. Right, let's not put that there for a minute. Must be something else in it, so let's not do the storyboard for a minute. Right, let's just run it up. Need to get that window to appear. Every time it's clicked, it appears, then disappears. Yes, there we go. It appears. We can't get it to go away now. It's selecting it, but not changing the value here anymore. Which begs the question, why? Change the span frequency. So you got your button selection, which is selecting. So was we ever actually changing it, or wait until we come back? Alright, let's just make this invisible. Oops, else. So hidden. The opacity can stay to 1. Let's just leave that as it is for a minute. Right, well, this to be able to toggle us. Or is the opacity? Yeah, so don't know. So we've got the ability to bring it back, but it needs to. That can disappear straight away there, but that needs to show us. It's updating that, but not updating the display. So if I select that one and I hide it and bring it back, then it does. Got ya. So yeah, so we need to issue the change span frequency. So we got left mouse button down, it's setting the change span. So button selection. So we're never doing that. Find all references. So we do it there, and when it's loaded, that's the problem. We're missing that. So we need to go down to the button when it gets selected. Yeah, we're setting it, but we're getting the visibility, but we're not actually setting it. So we should be setting it. So this probably could go to the top. Let's just take that out of there a minute. Just have it visible. So when we actually, that needs to move down here, maybe. Right, let's see what happens. Probably I haven't enabled the put back the animation, so nothing will happen. It'll just stay and it won't be able to move yet. So what we need to do is bring back the animation. Right, let's see. No, it's going straight away. Or is it the fact that we're never actually showing it? Right, not sure what's going on here. Don't think it's working. The animation doesn't seem to be working. It's immediately going to nothing. Right, it's okay. So we've got scan. So the left mouse button down, it changes the frequency. So we press that button, it opens it, makes it visible. If it's not visible, then we click on it, we set the frequency. So it's when we set the frequency we need to do the animation. Right, okay, so button click, all we need to do with the button click is make it visible. So if it's non-visible, bring it to visible. That's all we need to do there, so this can go. Right, so, and then we're going to... so it's immediately getting rid of it, so yeah, we don't do that there. So we just make it visible, and then down here, once we've clicked a selection, actually, oh yeah, once we clicked a selection, so we don't have to set there. Sorry, we don't have to set the current frequency there. Oh yeah. No, we're not setting it there. We're just making the but. Yeah, if it is selected. Oh, this is... Yeah, sorry, this is telling us what it is. But if it got to that stage, it would already know what was selected. So I don't think we need this bit. Doesn't really help. Because to get to that point, it must have already been selected. No need to set it again. Okay, now the default one, no, that's fine. Actually, the default one is the one we want, because we're specifically saying that we didn't find what you set it to, so we're going to set it here. Right, so then you got your visibility, and then you click. This is your click event. So as soon as you've clicked it and set the frequency, actually the value, once you've clicked, yeah, that's got it, that's got it. So really, once we've clicked, we need to set these again. So this is the button click, but that's... Why would it... Oh, this is just going to show you which is pre-selected before you've clicked on anything. Yeah, it clears them out and selects it, so that's just doing one thing. Then when you've got to click on it, you've got to clear them out again and do the new selection. So once you've clicked it, you would clear them out. Yeah, because you clicked at something new, potentially. So you clear them back down, and I should just put this in a... We'll put this in a function in a minute on its own. So you clear them down, and then you've got to actually set the background colour again. So you're setting you're actually setting it then, and changing the text for the label, that's right, but we need to change the colour. because we're making it persist. So we're going to have to make this, put this in down here. That clears it, and this selects it. So we're going to select, put the colour in there. Dodger blue, yeah, so there we go, right up here again. Get this one. Go all the way down and put it in there. Up here. This is just because normally we wouldn't care that the window would disappear. All this is so we've got the animation to fade the window out when we finish with it. So it's a nice touch, but it's puts a lot of extra work in. But you might as well have it. It's got to look right. Right, where do we get to? So we're on the 10K one next. And the 20K one. Last few. There's the last one. Right, just need to copy the 50K down here. Oops. Okay, so that covers that. So then we've got a storyboard which is not doing anything. So we're changing it. Let's try it. Let's see what we got. Nothing. So let's take out the storyboard begin. Let's turn it off a minute and see what we got. So that's sort of working, isn't it? Yeah. So but it's not fading out, so everything seems to be working. Let's see if we can disappear it. No, we can't disappear it, but we need to. Let's find out why we can't disappear it. On data received, let's just turn that off. Right, let's close that. So the bit here, right, if it's not visible, make it visible. So we need the else bit in here. Else. We do need this bit here to make it disappear. Hidden opacity. I'll leave that there for now. As long as it's hidden, it doesn't really matter. But that might be what's making the storyboard not work. But let's see if we can bring it up and get rid of it. So go like that. You can select it. You can disappear it, bring it back. That's good. But once we've selected, it needs to fade out and disappear. Right. So now we need to bring back the storyboard. Let's see what happens. I've got an idea it's gonna just dump it straight away without showing anything. Yeah. So the storyboard isn't working. Right, so I'll copy this back over to Gemini. Storyboard just fires straight away. And no fade out animation. In fact, the no visibility at all. Replace your else block with this updated version. Right, let's try it. No, not working. So we have got to change the span thing here. Not working. So that wasn't a correct fix. Let's see if I can work it out myself. So new storyboard, fade animation, hold opacity for 1 second. Fade to 0 over the next. Maybe the opacity is not set. It is set. So up here we've got an opacity. We're setting, even if it's hidden, the opacity is 1. Right. If it's not visible, make it visible. Right, so that's the toggle. So this one, why is it getting confused? Beginner storyboard. So add the visibility animation exactly at 1.5 mark when the opacity hits 0. Flip visibility to hidden. Okay. Right, that's a weird one. Very strange. Did not work. notorious issue. Okay. Finicky. Right. Right, let's copy that. Okay, let's try it again. Will this work? No, nothing. Still not working. Not working. Still. Need to look at what else is happening in your environment, likely falling. The whole value can't, because your element has an explicit visibility value or is bound to something, it can override the storyboard clock. The ultimate fault, the modern async approach. Right. Make sure the method signature has an async in front of it. Okay. I'll give everything a try. So, right, we'll have to make it an async function. Okay, let's go with that. I could have just done that myself anyway. Okay, so we're here. We make a selection. Oh, it worked. A little bit slow, but it worked. Bring it back up. Ah, that's better, isn't it? So it just needs to quickly show you that it's changed and then disappear. So fairly well working. So yeah, that's working. That works. Thanks. So glad that did the trick. Using the async wait is the ultimate secret weapon. Just remember that if you ever need to make the border visible again, always make sure to reset its opacity to 1 so it doesn't stay hidden in plain sight. Yeah. Right. Okay. So this 1 second is too long, so let's say I don't know, half a second. See what happens. Sometimes the computers are too fast. Actually, I don't think we need this bit. Let's just change it to 50. Once you just need to fade out straight away without a hold on it. It's too long there. So yeah, we do need a hold. That's your dispatch timer coming in again. We're going to have to wrap that with something. So let's say we want a 200 milliseconds, and then the fade needs to happen over a period of 200 milliseconds, maybe. Let's try that. Too much hold, and the sync is okay. Right, let's change that to 100. So we need to rerun this sync. Seems to go a bit quick now. Yeah, we're a little bit quick. So let's just go 300. Let's make that 50. Right, duration from half a second. Right, let's just try that. Maybe we're cutting it off before we're ready. Maybe we don't need a fade out, maybe we just need to disappear it. But after we select it, then go. Seems to be fading it out over a too long a period. I don't know. So, yeah, the duration for the fade out is too long. Right, so it's this thing here. Let's fade that out quicker. Sort of. All that just say yes. So the selection is, yeah, we need to go a bit longer now. Say 200. Yeah, just tinkering around with it. It seems to hold it too long now. That's a weird one. So the fade is too long, too short, and that is too long. So we've got task delay, we need to finish that off, so let's say 350. Right, so just a matter of getting it right. Oh, it seems to take too long to fade away. Too long to fade away, so we'll change that to 0.2. And actually leave that there, let's make incremental changes. Now it disappears too quick. Actually, you want it to disappear too quick. Right, so I know what we need to do. So it disappears too quick, that's okay. We need to make this slightly longer. The disappearing, the fading out is good. It's just the selection. Yeah, sort of needs to collapse away. Let's have a look. Right, so we can go a bit further. Go a bit further, and so we want to show it the setting and then just fade it out. That's better. So we select it so our eyes get a chance to see what we've changed it to. It's just slightly too much. Slightly too much. Heading. What's that like? It's not too bad. Gives you a chance for your eyes to see it. Now the fade out is a little bit too fast. So from seconds 0.3. Right, let's have a look at that. Yeah, I like that. I'm liking that. Let's just have a look. So you can do up and down. Maybe we should animate that out as well, maybe not. Yeah, I like that. Something a little bit wrong with it. Yeah, I think it needs to be persistent a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer before it fades out and goes away. That's just slightly too long now, is it? Yeah, slightly too long. So we'll go 470. Fade out looks a bit quick now. So let's a little bit quick on the fade out. So task delay for, right, let's see what that's like. It's not bad. Yeah, it's a bit fast, the animation is. So let's do 0.8. And we need to wait for, yeah, let's just fade it out a little bit slower. We want some control over it rather than just, yeah. That's not bad. So do that, we select it, it changes it, and disappears. It just feels too long now. Okay, so let's come down a bit. Let's come down. There's an ideal setting here, and we can reuse this animation. It seems to wait for too long. Maybe I'm just going mad. Right, so it's just a little bit too persistent now. Don't know. So you want to see it change and then disappear. It's not too bad. Something about it though, not quite right. It's taking too long to fade away maybe. Yeah. So when I've clicked it, right, so it's a little bit too persistent. So let's try 3. This is what takes the time, getting this perfection. Now it seems too slow. Yeah, so the animation's too slow now. The fade out's too slow. After the displaying of it, then the fade out. It's a fine line. Right, it's still too fast. Don't know what is going on. We'll have a look. You alter one, it affects the other one. So, well, it doesn't affect the other one, but it affects the appearance of the other one. Yeah, it's not bad. It's close. I think the problem is it's starting from full opacity when you click it. It needs to jump straight to maybe we should make that disappear like that as well. So yeah, just for completeness. Appear straight away and then die out. Yeah, it's just a little bit too long on here. A little bit too persistent. That's not bad. I just noticed when I click it, it doesn't. So it holds it and then fades it away. Yeah, so just a little bit less. Let's just tailor that. Almost done. This is crazy. Crazy amounts of time just to do this, but we'll reuse that same idea. So that's okay. You'll know when it's okay when it's not annoying and it just feels natural. It's not bad actually, it's close. It is close. It's just slightly annoying. Only very so slightly annoying. Yeah, it's just persisting a bit too long. Yeah, fraction too long. Getting close to pure Zen. That's close. It's pretty close. Alright. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll wrap it up. Alright. So, it's pretty close. Pretty close, so it's the right persistence for the label. That's just taking a little bit too long to fade out, maybe. No, maybe the fade out is good. Maybe this just needs to come down a little bit. You'll know when you hit the sweet spot. That's close. That's got to be close. I'm liking that. It's crazy the amount of detail you put into it. Yeah, I'm liking that. So we've got to do, when we click it off, it's got to fade away. So, now that is done in the other part here. So we've got to do the animation there. So what we can do is split this off into a separate. Yeah, so we'll put this this piece now in a separate fade out Fade out a panel. And what is it we're fading out? Alright, so we're fading out span pop-up border. Fade out a border window. Gonna reuse this border border window. Okay. Right, so that's fine. So border window. Begin the animation. Windows, border, window. So we'll change that to we're going to make the control reusable. So there's nothing built in there. That's fine. So we need to do a fade out, and it will go. I think it goes here, doesn't it? Yeah. So we need to tell it which one it is. I can find it up here. Should be able to. This one. Okay, so that'll fade out the border window. Let's see if it still works. Oh, we probably don't need to make this async anymore. Let's try and run it. So it should have exactly what we had before with no difference. No difference. Yeah. Although it does seem to have... No, that's okay. So all we need to do now is apply that to the other bit where it... yeah. So if we go hidden, we need to fade it out. So that's what we need to do. Right, that's it. So hopefully that will, yeah, do the same thing. We can soon tell. So we go in and out. There we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. Lovely bit of UI. But we have, I noticed we have got that click shows you this one. Yeah, so we need to send in the parameter. So this value here, this value needs to be sent in. Initial hold, so what is it expecting? An int. Initial hold value. Okay, so I'll call it initial hold value. Oh, we're going to make it equal 260. So if you don't provide a value, it will default to 260. There we go. That's it. Right. Okay. So when you can do the function without a setting, and if you want to set it to just fade out, or just add a 0 there, or if you want you could just give it a 50, and you'll see something slightly different happening when you close the window, just a bit quicker. So you come up like that and I just fade it out. But if you select it, it shows you it, then it fades you out. Oh, this is pure Zen. I'm liking this logic. Now you could just set that to 0. Let's try setting it to 0. Just to get that extra bit of pure Zen out of it, and we'll end it there for today. I'm liking it. That's perfect. Right, let's stop it there. Okay. Anyway, I've got to go and do some shopping. So I'll catch you on the next one, and this is where you get your outro. See you in a bit. Bye bye.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again. Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.